This episode of MMANUTS is brought to you by
Nectar Sleep, the most comfortable bed possible. Save 33% off and get free shipping with code MMANUTS. NordVPN, get advanced security, internet freedom, and complete privacy. Save 73% off the 2-year plan plus 4 months free with code MMANUTS. Newsist, vegan nutrition products. Save 15% off with code FIT10. Hotel Collection, bring luxury hotel scenting home. Save 45% off with code MMA45. Defense Soap, everyday soaps for everybody. Use code MMANUTS to save 15% off your order.
Hey fans, this is MMANUTS episode 616.
616.
My name's Ingo Weigel.
Background of the MMA show by fans, for fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening?
I don't know. Things. It's like, it feels like fall in Chicagoland right now.
Yeah,
That's 2 days.
This fucking weather sucks.
The middle of June and it's like in the 40s and 50s. I don't understand what's happening.
No, I just want consistency. You can't be dropping like 30, 40 degrees from one day to the next.
No. So I get having to brave the elements in the wintertime, but when you're watching baseball games for your kids and it's like freezing fucking cold out, it's miserable.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of which, how about New York with a little of the baseball hell?
Oh yeah, the haze.
You gotta thank Canada, because we got that out here where I was looking at the sun a couple of days. It was insane. And then I know you're playing this, and how about this ad for Diablo 4? Welcome to hell, New York.
Oh yes, I love my Diablo at the
man.
moment. Great time kill. Usually a couple times a week I'll sit down, kill some shit. Or when I'm stressed, if you have stress in your life and you just
Sure.
go, I'm gonna go play some Diablo. Don't try to read the shit and try to make the ultimate builds, because that's just gonna stress you out more. Just go enjoy, blow shit up. It's kind of a mindless game in a lot of ways, but you can also make it really, really complicated if you want. Well, why do that to yourself?
No, it's the same
it.
way I played the Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go online and try to research all this shit, or you could just go out there and fucking
kick ass,
destroy. Yeah, you're a Viking. Fuck yeah.
And make man love.
Yeah, I get tricked into gay Viking sex because I'm just trying to skip through the prompts, and the next thing you know, I'm fucking some guy. I'm like, hey man, I could support the cause, but the Vikings don't play that shit, man. Yeah. They don't play this gay shit. I'm sorry. I don't like being tricked. Fucking bastards.
Speaking of gay shit.
Yes.
Shall we talk about the UFC from the past weekend?
Yeah.
And how gay the shit was.
Sure. There's nothing worse than when your shit is gay.
I don't know where to start, but let me just say, not exciting for me. In any capacity. I was watching it on mute and just not really paying all that much attention to most of it. Should we start at the top or what? Or do you want to not talk about any of the fights? I mean, were you excited about it? Well,
let's stop with this weird thing that happened in the crowd where a bunch of people almost died. You know, if you saw this.
I did.
Action. So I don't know how this happens where you have... I'll probably go big on that. Like someone's walking out for their fight, and then a little slow-mo fall for everybody. Luckily, they didn't crush the fighter.
A little barrier guardrail blew out. Yep.
So I think that's kind of like the premonition of the night. It's just a train wreck waiting to happen. So I guess we could start with the main event of Amanda Nunes. Aldana. Thoughts on this incredible fight? What a way! What a win!
Well, the card, like the judges had Nunes winning by like 7 points or something, right? But I mean,
yeah, I thought it was 63-5,
something.
I don't know if you can even score it that high, but
I don't know what they were. I mean, yeah, she won, but
here's my defense.
It wasn't exciting. There was really not much going on. I didn't see a whole lot of offense from either fighter. There was a little bit of grappling here and there, but Aldana seemed very timid and terrible at takedowns. I don't really, she survived the 5 rounds. Hats off to her for that. Maybe that was the goal, like coming into this thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Nunes, how the fuck do you don't finish that fight? Like, you finish Ronda Rousey, you finish Chris Cyborg, and then you can't finish Aldana?
Yeah, I think...
Or you don't want to finish her?
I don't think she wants to finish anybody, and I think she wanted to retire on top, so she wasn't going to take risks. And she played it very, very safe,
Yeah, to the point where, I thought this was going to be a fucking terrible fight and card. And it delivered on both, so...
It did. I mean, the one saving grace for me was Charles Oliveira winning. I think he might be my new favorite fighter, I have to say. I like him a lot. He's all the things. He's doing all the things that Diaz no longer does, which is, jiu-jitsu, great striking, athletic, lots of cardio. Nate doesn't do that anymore, so I got to root for Oliveira. So
not so much. And I want to talk on this Nunes fight a little bit more, because she did retire after the fight, and I think she was talking some shit saying like the future belts in our divisions are fake forever. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, she's saying she's taking her belt and going home, and it sounds like Dana is on board with this, based on his post-fight press conference, saying that it might very well be that that women's division is now no longer. Because
the 145. Well, they never stocked it with anybody. They always just...
Yeah, who's gonna watch? I mean, there's no one to... The attraction was Nunes, so...
Yeah, and she wasn't a draw at fucking all.
No.
And then John Anik had probably the strangest call of the night. He was saying, it's Amanda's eggs that are now inside of Nina. So, like, the baby's going to look like Amanda. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, John? Like, what? Once again, here's the info I don't need to know, and nor do I fucking care about who's got whose eggs and who. We're not making a sandwich, man.
I like some eggs.
Right.
Hook me up.
But again, like, I know it was after the fight, and it was weird because I think they were smashing beers in front of their kid. Like, what the fuck are you two doing? This is... Just stop with whatever the fuck is going on here. Just stop.
Weird shit. The gays are just weird.
So that's why they killed 145.
Yes.
And then, so the Dariush Oliveira fight, it was awkward because Oliveira pulls guard, kind of like he kind of fell into it on a takedown, and then he was kind of on the bottom for a while, and then finally gets back to his feet, and then once he does, head kick, destruction, end of Dariush. And then Dana White says, I think we should make that rematch with Islam Makhachev versus Oliveira.
I like it. I'm a big fan. I think he has a big potential to make that happen. So, and come out victorious. I mean, he looks fantastic. I don't know. It seems like
he didn't get dropped in this one, which was like a little different, because usually if it's an Oliveira fight, he gets dropped, weathers the storm some of the time, and then comes back. And then he got his 19th post-fight bonus in this fight. It's insane. Wow.
That man's making some money.
Yeah, too bad they don't up the pay on that. It's been like 50 grand forever.
Yeah. Maybe it should go up exponentially once you hit like 10,
Yeah, like maybe you get a gold jacket, like when they have 50.
A gold jacket. I love it.
Something solid gold jacket, or a gold fucking toilet. Well, what is it? USADA gives them a gold jacket, but it's not real, of when they have, I think, 50 negative drug tests. I think they get something. I don't know. I feel like they're golfers or something. Instead of a green jacket, they get a gold one. And I only know that from fucking Happy Gilmore. So that is what it is. Maybe that's real. Maybe it's not. I think it's real. So anyway, and then I don't have anything else for UFC. I'm ready to move to Bellator.
Let's do it.
So Bellator this weekend. Let me pull this up. Actually, I have a fucking really solid card. I think we were talking about this a little while ago. So you have Nemkov versus Romero for the light
Nice.
heavyweight world championship. I think Romero is fucking 46, if not 48.
Crazy.
And then you have Pettis versus Pitbull. And what's the other one? I think it's Corey.
That's in Chicago. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knew? Corey Anderson, Phil Davis.
Are you going?
And no. I prefer to watch my MMA on TV and after the event has happened.
Makes sense. It's a big commitment to go to the whole thing.
For me, it's just not worth it anymore. You could see it so much better at home, and you don't have to deal with all the fucking riffraff. There's a lot of riffraff. I always feel on edge when I'm at those. Like, nothing has ever happened. Well, I take that. One of the events we were at, it was like some chaos, was that Glory event with like a female came up to us, was trying to start some shit for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, we were pressed and she's trying to find her boyfriend who's a fighter. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. And then she's trying to attack us. I'm like, okay, psycho, get the fuck away. Like, we're gone. We're gone. Bye.
You're too aggro for us.
Yep. So that should be a good card anyway. Looking forward to that. It's a tough fight for Romero. I like Nemkov. He's tough, man.
I can't believe he still looks the way he does at that age. It's insane.
Well, he can run hot in Bellator.
Mm-hmm.
He can run hot. But he ran hot in the UFC, and even when they employed USADA, he still looked like he was running hot. He didn't have a change. He might have been on such good shit. But I think Rogan was also talking about that since he was in Cuba, he may have been on some very experimental shit when he was very young and built up such a base that not even being on anything, he was still like the Hulk at that point.
Yeah, because I mean, you do keep some of whatever, right?
You do.
So it's not like it goes away forever.
No. It's all good. Speaking of which, probably should talk about some sponsor action.
Sponsors. If you haven't already heard, it's Smooth Sack. Let me say that one more again. Smooth Sack Summer.
Summer.
Wow, it's aggressive. When you're playing in the summer sun with your balls, make sure you're escaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below the waist grooming are making sure we all have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into Smooth Sack Summer by going to manscaped.com/MMANUTS for 20% off and free shipping.
That's right. And their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. They got technologies. So basically, if you use it, and I've used it a bunch, I haven't cut myself once. And that's the most important thing if you're shaving your balls.
Right. You don't want that's just painful. You don't want to snip yourself accidentally.
No. That's bad.
And just remember, you can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/MMANUTS. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/MMANUTS. It's Smooth Sack Summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind. Why is everyone always saying boys? What about men? It's
boys. Men. I don't know.
It's
Smooth
weird.
Sack Summer. Guys,
something like that. Let's talk about sex, guys.
That's right. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your Here we go. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com.
Does it work? Don't think you need it? Try it free for a month and see. You're going to love it. You could be missing out on the best sex of your life. They always say first impressions are important. What about lasting impression? Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a very discreet package. And the best part, it's all done on the internet.
That's what it's all about. And Blue Chew wants to help you have better sexes. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. You can try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code NUTS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code NUTS. To receive your first month free, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
That's right. We're also brought to you by Fume. Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. We're not talking about some weird mind voodoo from your crazy neighbor. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume, and they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habits?
That's right. Fume is an innovative award-nominated device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors.
Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use code MMANUTS to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack. That's tryfum.com and use the code MMANUTS to save an additional 10% off your order today.
That's right. Word. And back to the show.
Word old turtle.
What else is going on out there?
Well, in a sad piece of news, I have to sadly tell you that over the last couple of days, the sad news is the Iron Sheik, wrestling legend, died at 81 years old.
You son of beach, kick your ass, motherfucker!
Yes,
the Hulk Hogan.
For those
I break his balls. I fuck his ass.
Than us, you will have to go back and look in that. He was very popular in the 80s. Wrestled against guys like Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan. I think he was quite popular still on social media. Last I checked, he had like 500,000 followers on some of the platforms. And his wife is still, survived him, and they were married for 47 years. So pretty crazy. I didn't know he had a wife that he was married to for that long. But
it's a long life to live for a former professional wrestler. You are grinding it out year after year on God knows what to keep the motor running. Those guys run hot. Fuck.
Yep.
Let's see what else is happening. Conor McGregor. Well, God, that's loud as shit.
Oh, the video, yes.
Yeah, having a little fun with the Miami Heat mascot. I don't know if I shared sound, but can you hear that?
No.
Good. You don't need to hear it. So he basically drops a left hand on him, follows up with a nice other left hand. And then I don't know what he's doing. I think he's macing him at some point, like after the fact. Like he's got a can in his hand. Like, what is he doing?
Smell my perfume, scent of McGregor.
That's right. And then apparently the mascot goes to the ER for something because he's a little fucking bitch.
Oh, like for real ER?
Yeah, because I think the same happened. I think Deontay Wilder punched a mascot. Maybe like 6 months to a year ago. Same thing, fucked him up. But I feel that's on the mascot. You got to toughen up, man. If you're like basically a stunt man. If you can't take a punch in a costume, you're living life wrong.
Well, it kind of looked like he let him have it, the full Monty. So
yeah, the first one took his hat off. The second one, I think, did the damage, and good for him.
Yes,
because I feel like he should not get sued for that. You knew what you're getting into.
I'm sure he had to sign many contracts.
Yeah. Yes. What else is going on?
What else do we have? Well, I'm just the bearer of all the bad news.
Here we go.
Bigfoot Silva, suffering his 11th straight loss, announces MMA retirement. So, he's lost.
I would say for now, right?
Salim El Uisadi, which is his name. He said he's 100% retired following the bout at Kingdom Fighting 1. Lost 10 bouts in a row, combined in the last few years under MMA kickboxing. and bare knuckle boxing rules.
Let's see his little
you know,
fantastic record here.
It's just a lot of red dots.
Why marks. Stop now? He's only had what, 12 KO TKO losses out of 14, almost as many as he's got wins.
Yes, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's permanent. I don't want to see him fight anymore. So
I think he'll be a bare knuckle before this week's over.
Jesus,
he may say like I'm done, but that money's good. Money's good. I'm just saying. Oh, I saw Chris Weidman. He must have watched our show last week because he had a couple things to say about his next fight against Brad Tavares. We'll share this here. He said, the first thing I'm doing in my fight against Brad Tavares is throwing the hardest leg kick of my life right on his fucking shin bone. I think it's important for me to face my fears. Anything you might be uncomfortable with, just go ahead and do it, Chris Weidman. What do you think of that strategy?
This is terrible. This is a terrible idea. I think.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't think that's a good idea. I'd say protect the leg or sweep the leg, one of the two, but don't attack the leg.
Well, his shin boner might be made out of titaniums now, so I think you fucking go for it. I like it. Because you're gonna know right away if it's good or if it's not. You might as well do it right off the fucking bat. I like this. It's a ballsy way. We'll see how it plays out. I'm gonna say yes. I don't know. We'll see. What else is going on?
Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III had a boxing exhibition over the weekend, and apparently all hell broke loose. I don't know if you saw this. Can I show this? Maybe.
Go ahead.
Maybe not.
I'll figure it out post.
I won't share sound just in case, but here they are. The fight's over. It's like, hey guys, and they're like, nah, I don't think we're done. We're gonna keep going. Like, and they're gonna go ahead and keep going at it. The corners kind of jump in. Everyone's throwing. The guy in the white shirts took a hook to the head.
Yeah,
it's madness. Like, I can't tell if this is real or fake.
And then who was the other guy? Like John Gotti, the mobster, jumped in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's one of the guys in there.
I don't know if that's in this video, but this is
he's in there right now. Is
he in there?
One of the guys.
So that's like a common scene anymore in boxing. It seems it's chaos. So maybe perfect timing for Nate Diaz to enter said sport.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be so many fights. If that fight even happens.
After the fights after the fights.
Before, during, and after.
Yes.
I'm good with this. I saw Daniel Cormier was talking about Jim Miller and why he isn't a Hall of Famer. So I want to get your thoughts on this. This is what Cormier was saying. He says, I don't feel like time served immediately puts you in the Hall of Fame. Look, he's got more wins than anyone else, but I love Jim Miller, and that makes it hard for me. But I just don't feel like time served puts you in the Hall of Fame. So that's his opinion, and I'll read the stats. So Miller has the most UFC fights at 42, the most overall wins at 25, the most wins in the lightweight division at 22, and the most stoppage wins in the lightweight division at 15. So does Jim Miller belong in the UFC Hall of Fame, and why or why not?
Absolutely. He's been, okay, fuck that time served situation. He's been in the UFC since 2008, okay? So you take that into consideration, right? That means he's been at the best level for, what is that, almost 16 years, right? Doing it, and he's never been demoted. He's just in it. Yeah, has he been champ? Is he like in the top 1 or 2 all the time? No, but I mean, he's there, and I think that says something. Like, the best of the best. What about the guys who got in, who burned red hot for a couple of years, and then they're in, right? So it's like, I call bullshit on this. I think I've always liked that guy, and I think he deserves it. He's like a Cal Ripken Jr. of fucking boxing, like
exactly. Like, you have to respect MMA. Longevity. Like, most UFC wins, most overall wins. Cormier can fuck himself. He's wrong on this because he absolutely belongs in. I mean, God damn it. Didn't they put the Forrest Griffin versus Stephan Bonnar fight in the UFC Hall of Fame?
They sure did.
And that wasn't technical fucking at all, but it was heart and balls. And sometimes that's all you need for a good fight. And that's kind of what kicked off the whole UFC rebornness, was that on fucking Spike TV back in the day. So, you know, back to Jim Miller. Yes, 100% in the UFC Hall of Fame. What the fuck other criteria do you want? Do you have to be a champion? No, well, UFC can do whatever the fuck they want.
He's fought the best of the best. You know, I'm looking Charles Oliveira, Benson Henderson, Melvin Guillard. You got Bang Ludwig. I mean, Nate Diaz, Joel Lozon, Cerrone, Dariush, Diego Sanchez. That was Joe Lozon again. Poirier, Pettis.
Yeah.
Freaking Oliveira again. Clay Guida. I mean, these are the who's who of this freaking division down. He fought everybody like 2 or 3 times, and that the who's who of that division. You know, it's like, give me a break, and he's still doing it.
And he's got fucking Lyme disease.
Right.
He's making a comeback. He's won what? 1, 2, 3, 4 of his last 5 fights.
Yep.
He's on a rise. I don't give a shit who he's fighting. He just beat Cerrone in fucking 2022. So
agreed. Fuck that guy, Cormier.
Yeah,
I'm saying
he's overrated. Cormier is, not Miller.
Yes. Yep.
What else is going on?
What else do I have? Let's do a little Paige VanZant, just because she posted this recently, and I'm kind of enamored and happy. Did you see this?
No.
Golden hour pictures of Paige. Look at that. Bam. There she is.
Yeah, I think she said she put on 15, 20 pounds. And I believe she had another breast surgery to go a little bit larger.
Mm-hmm.
So
in all the right places.
Good for her.
Yeah. Living her best life.
Yeah, I can't be unhappy with any of these ladies.
No.
Or their OnlyFans, or her charging $5,000 for used underwear. Hey, people will pay it. Fucking hey. Good for you. That's all I say. Good for you. I saw Deontay Wilder said he's open to a 2-fight deal. He wants 1 MMA fight and 1 boxing match against Francis Ngannou. Said he made the offer, but he doesn't know where he stands there. And then John Jones said he's willing to box Tyson Fury now, and he asked Dana White to make it happen. So out of those 2 things, which one do you think happens first? Like Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury either way, or I'm sorry, Deontay Wilder fighting Francis Ngannou either way, or John Jones versus Tyson Fury in boxing.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I want to say John Jones, but I don't think so. I think Deontay Wilder is going to be first. Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, I think that's hard to pass up if you're the PFL.
Yeah, you got to take that. They're going to want that sooner, but the UFC can wait.
And I think the UFC actually will make that fight because there's too much money on the table to pass on that, just like they did McGregor versus Mayweather.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a huge pay-per-view if they do that.
There's interest there, and they'll probably charge $100, and you know, I unfortunately will pay for that, and John will get his ass handed to him, but I'd like to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Fury will not do the 1-1 and come over to the dark side of MMA because he's smart and he knows he'll get his ass kicked. But at least John can get a payday and a puncher's chance. But I don't think he's gonna have a reach advantage because I don't know where that 84.5-inch reach works against Fury. I'd imagine Fury's 6'6", 6'9". Let's call him 6'8".
He's 10 feet tall.
He's probably got a 99-inch reach. All I know. I don't know. It's probably just as long, if not longer. So,
yep.
What else you got?
Well, Nate Diaz is soon to be the subject of a new documentary following his career called Hit 'Em Up. You know, he's been, I think he was part of the UFC for around 15 years, and they're going to do this documentary. By Pineapple Dojo, MMA, and I couldn't figure out like when or how this is going to release, but I'm pretty sure this is going to come out on their YouTube channel, and apparently they have some musical rights to big names, you know, from like Tupac and Frank Ocean, Kendrick Lamar, like all these like big artists that are going to get behind this, and it's supposed to be coming out soon on the internets. So we'll see. I'll watch it. I mean, why not?
Interesting. Let's see what happens. I thought like Nate was going to get into that slap fighting shit, but they'd have to pay him more than the 2 and 2 or whatever they're paying people.
I don't think he should do it. Not a good move on his part.
No, he couldn't even drop Dana White when he slapped him, so probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Dana's got chin on him. Then there's a new fight league coming out of fucking Russia. This is from Matt Yusek on Twitter. He's something totally new out of Russia. You hear me? Fighters playing 5 rounds of Mortal Kombat before an MMA fight. 1 round of Mortal Kombat scores for 1 point. And then MMA fight 1 equals 5 point. Win by finish equals 6 points. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but basically there's a category for fucking games and then real fighting. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but is this the future?
They're mixing digital with fighting, like fighting with real fighting.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, I thought I read something about Tiger Woods and some other golfer were starting a indoor golf league. How the fuck does that work? Are they hitting into a video screen, or are they just teeing off balls in like a auditorium into the crowd? I don't know how it works, but apparently that's a thing that's gonna happen. So I just like new leagues and weird shit. I don't know if I like this one, but I always got to report on anything that's,
I mean, yeah,
awkward.
They're trying it all, you know, big or small.
True. What else has happened?
I have some knowledge, but I have one last thing before I do.
Mm-hmm.
Just, this is something you can send to someone in case of emergency. Hopefully there's no sound, you know, a little bit of, check it out. Boom.
Nice.
Gotta love the grandma.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. I probably don't want to know what she's doing with that when no one's around. Yeah, I know what she's doing. But
do you think grandmas do that? Are you trying to say grandmas be doing that?
100%.
Oh boy.
Just saying 100%. I'm trying to think if I should tell the story or not. I'm gonna have to not tell it, but I'm just gonna say grandmas use toys just as much as you'd think they don't.
Okay, don't tell the story.
I'm just saying. You want to see a baby kicking machine?
Sure.
I probably worded that wrong, but there you go. I'm gonna turn the sound off. Hey, baby.
Oh, that's solid.
Like that's a pretty solid leg kick, and then
that's pretty
head
good.
kick. Like he or she is turning over the kicks, actually the hips on the kicks.
Is that actually real?
It's probably AI, but I'm gonna believe it.
That's wild. That's one tough baby.
Yep.
Don't want to fuck with that baby.
Fuck no. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. It's like kick in the north. Oh, I can put some sound on this one. So I always like cat versus dog because you never know what's gonna happen. Here you go. This dog's hitting him with the razzle dazzle. What's up, bitch? You want some of this?
It's a cat.
Really not.
Smack him or what? I'm waiting for the cat to go whack. That's pretty funny. They look like they're having a good time.
Fuck yeah. They're best friends. You know, sometimes they got to throw down. Let's do a little KO of the week. Maybe we'll start with sound. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Here we go. Eventually it'll pan out. I feel like someone's going to get deaded here. Oh.
Is that a liver kick, KO? What happened?
No, I think he snuck a head kick in there.
Damn.
Yeah.
With the heel. Whoa.
Yeah, I think I got one more, maybe. Yeah, this is a fake GSP wannabe. This reminds me of a commercial they did back in the day where you had a real flashy guy throwing all kind of spinning shit, and then it just didn't work out. Oh. He just gets boarded there at the end, like a phantom, and not even that hard of a kick.
Is the ref holding a beer?
It might as well be.
Oh, wow.
Just in the fake brick in the background. That's quality. Overtime, do or die.
People are crazy, man.
You know it. Yeah, acknowledge.
Yes, I want to talk to you about this documentary I've been watching.
Okay.
On Netflix. It's called Arnold. So I don't know if you saw this yet, but I saw this 3-part series. I saw 2 of them. So far, so good. Follows his career through bodybuilding first and then acting. And then I'm imagining it's going into his political career after that. But I never, I don't know if I've said this to you before on the show or whatever, but I wrote Arnold one time when I was a kid. And I was probably like my son's age, around 13, 14. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm such a fan. I wish I was, and he wrote me back. Like he actually, it was actually him. Like, I don't know where the hell that note is, but it was handwritten and it was like Arnold,
They said, blah!
And he was like, keep following your dreams or whatever. And like, you get to see inside the mind of this person, like how determined this guy is. Like you think like, oh, he's so gifted, and sure he is, but that guy's a fucking hard worker. Holy shit.
Yeah, watch the Pumping Iron movie, not Pumping Irene. That's the porno version, but watch Pumping Iron sometime.
Yeah, and they talk about that on there and how he struggled in acting and stuff and was kind of a nobody and couldn't act. And so it's really good. Like if you want to, they're short. I want to say they're like an hour, 45 hour each. But if you're at all a fan and you're interested in that, it's a pretty cool story. And he had a brother, which I never knew, who died. So was not like him.
That's weird.
So
who played Luke Skywalker?
Mark Hamill.
Okay, so Mark Hamill was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was on a podcast the other day, and he was saying Arnold, when he first came out to like Hollywood, was asking Mark, who at the time was a big star because of Star Wars, like, how do I become a better actor? And Mark's like, well, you should fucking work on that stupid accent and change your last name because your name will never fit on a marquee. And then Arnold's like, I'm not doing that, and fuck that guy. And then just did his own thing and became a, mega star and didn't have to change because people were like, Schwarzenegger. That's crazy. And
that's how his whole career has been for everything he's done. He's not changed. He's envisioned it and made it happen. So pretty impressive. What a dude. Super driven. Still in great shape.
Fuck yeah. And he was governor, for fuck's sake.
For like what, 15 years or something?
Yeah.
So pretty impressive. Pretty impressive human being. So hats off to him.
True that.
Highly recommend. What's your knowledge?
Here's a hoe to exercise.
Oh shit. Oh god.
That's super loud.
He's gonna need to see a chiropractor after that.
Yeah, I think what they were saying is she was done with her set and then thought she locked it and was trying to step out and realized it didn't lock. And then you get a hard dose of realities.
I don't do those machines for that reason. They're dangerous.
No
thanks.
You know what else is dangerous? And you don't even need to stop teen pregnancy. You should just stop pregnancy, take it in the ass. I'm just saying.
I can get behind that.
Well, I think a lot of people can. I'm just saying. On that note, let's get the hell out.
Alrighty, then.
This is where it always derails because you got to save the derailing for the end.
That's okay. If you're still here, we apologize, but not really.
Nah, you love us. We love you.
Yes, thank you. That has been another edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Igor Weigel.
I'm Matt Groot. Thanks for playing.